All right, hopefully we'll be able to continue with this. If not, you should have just gone ahead and finished section 3 in the review. However, let's have one person at a time, starting with Trey, come to the board and write in what the name of the geometric figures are, and then we will review those answers. All right, the answers are as followed. Letter A is a square. Letter B is a triangle. Letter C is a parallelogram. D is a rhombus. E is circle. F is rectangle. G is trapezoid. And H is right angle. Give yourselves a hand if you got most of those or all of them correct. Let's move on to the review section. Let's do letter B together. Okay, let's do letter B together. So the first thing we're going to ask is, can I buy a $15 toy with $3? What is the answer, class? The answer would be no, so we would be putting an X here. So now we ask ourselves, how many $15 toys can we buy with $30? Now we should be able to do the doubling by asking ourselves, what is 15 plus 15? And that answer would be 30. Is 30 close to 35? Yes, so how many 15s would it take to go into 35? 2, and we just did 15 plus 15, which would be the same as 15 minus, or 15 times 2, so we get 30. 30 is less than 15. What is 5 take away 0? 5. Is 5 less than 15? So we bring down the 0. Now we should also be able to count by 15s because we know what the quarter numbers are on the clock. So if we were counting the clock by 15, class, how would we do that? Let's do that together. 15, 30, 45, 60. Which one of those 4 numbers was closest to 50? And that answer would be 45. So how many 15s does it take to make 45? The answer would be 3. And so then 15 times 3 equals 45. 50 take away 45 is 5. And then is 5 less than 15? Yes, so we bring down the 2. Well, now we have 52. Here we had 50. If we're counting by 15s, what comes after 45? Correct, that would be 60. So 4 would be too large, so we would use what as our quotient? It would be 3. And then we would subtract 45 from 52, which would leave us with a remainder of 7. So again, even though we don't know a 15 times table, we can do the 15 times table by just using what we know about the clock. Now, story problem A. From New York, it is 58.1 miles to Trenton and 186.5 miles to Baltimore. How much farther is it to Baltimore than to Trenton? Okay, so if we're trying to figure out how much farther, sorry about the squiggly line, ladies, what would our process be? Yes, we're going to subtract. So I want everyone to take those 2 problems, take the subtrahend and the minuend, and subtract. Now, hopefully you remembered to line up your decimals. Okay, you had to line up the decimals so that your problem would look like this. Whoop, 186.5 minus 58. Boy, those 8s are hard to draw. 0.1. So the points had to line up. So then we would do 5 minus 1 is 4. We would bring our decimal down. We can't do 6 take away 8. So we would do 16 minus 8, which the sum would be, the difference would be, 8. And then 7 minus 5, the difference would be 2. And 1 minus 0 would be 1. Right? So Brenda gets $5.25 a week for her allowance. How much will she receive in 7 weeks? Jenna, tell me what process we would use. Hopefully, we are answering that we would multiply because we have 1 week worth of work and we need to know how much we'd make in 7. So class, what is 5 times 7? That would be 35. 2 times 7 is 14 plus 3 would be 17. And then 5 times 7 plus 1 would be 36. And we are dealing with money, so we need a decimal point and a dollar sign. So that would be $36.75 for 7 weeks. All right, if you have time remaining, you can go on to sections 6 and 7. All right, I hope you have a good rest of your day.